General Hospital spoilers have sent shockwaves through the community of fans with a revelation that is as heart-wrenching as it is explosive. On January 12, 2025, the legendary actress Leslie Charleson is reported to have passed away. In a twist that blurs the line between reality and fiction, this news portends the imminent on-screen death of her iconic character, Monica. As the narrative gears up for a dramatic climax in an episode slated for the end of February, the loss of Monica is set to become the latest blow in a series of tragedies that have beset Jason. Already struggling to come to terms with the devastating loss of Sam, Jason now faces the prospect of enduring another overwhelming grief. This cascade of misfortune threatens to shatter the fragile peace he has been attempting to build, plunging him into a vortex of anger, sorrow, and a thirst for retribution. In the wake of these seismic developments, Jason finds himself at a crossroads, a man torn between his yearning for a life of virtue and the inevitable pull of the criminal underworld that seems to govern Port Charles. Having already embraced a new, albeit turbulent, existence where he is tasked with the responsibility of caring for Danny, Jason's life is far from serene. His desire to be a devoted father and to build a life free from the shadow of his past is continually undermined by the relentless hand of fate. Not long ago, he had even been offered the opportunity to take over the renowned Corinthos organization from Sonny, a chance to lead a powerful legacy. Yet, in his pursuit of personal redemption and the goal of being a good father, Jason had the strength to refuse this offer. His decision was a deliberate move to leave behind the dark dealings of the mafia world, to sever ties with a legacy that had cost him so much. However, the relentless tide of destiny was not so easily thwarted. The news of his mother's death arrives like a bolt from the blue, compelling Jason to reconsider his choices. If Monica's death were to be attributed to natural causes, be it illness or the inevitable progression of old age, the ensuing grief, though profound, might have been met with resignation. Instead, the revelation that Monica was brutally murdered shatters any semblance of normalcy. This is not the quiet passing of time. This is a cold-blooded killing, a calculated act of violence that signals the presence of a hidden enemy. The fact that Monica's life was snuffed out by an assassin rather than claimed by nature elevates the tragedy to an all-consuming vendetta. For Jason, this is more than just another loss. It is an affront to the very fabric of his being, a challenge that demands a response as fierce as it is unyielding. In the aftermath of this senseless act, Jason's inner turmoil reaches a boiling point. The righteous path he once aspired to follow now appears littered with the debris of shattered dreams and irrevocable betrayals. He is determined to unearth the truth behind Monica's murder, and his quest for justice quickly transforms into a quest for vengeance. The pain of his personal losses morphs into a burning desire to see the perpetrator held accountable. Jason's heart is a battlefield where the forces of love and loyalty wage war against the encroaching darkness of retribution. Every fiber of his being screams for justice, and he is prepared to dismantle anyone who dares to stand in his way, even if it means tearing apart the very organization he once vowed to leave behind. Yet, to embark on this dangerous path of investigation and revenge, Jason realizes that he cannot do it alone. The labyrinthine world of Port Charles, with its deep-seated connections and secret alliances, holds the key to discovering the identity of the killer. The only way to navigate this treacherous terrain is to re-engage with the Corinthos organization, a move that would force him to abandon his hard-won isolation and return to the criminal empire he once renounced. Sonny, the formidable patriarch of the Corinthos legacy, has long been a central figure in this underworld. His recent musings about retirement and the possibility of handing over the reins to Jason appear, on the surface, to be a generous offer. Yet beneath this veneer of benevolence lurks a far more complex and sinister motive. Few are aware that the death of Monica might be inextricably linked to Sonny himself. It is whispered in hushed tones that Sonny, burdened by his own deteriorating health, specifically a critical heart condition, and the weight of his past transgressions, may have found himself cornered into a situation where forcing Jason's return to the organization was his only viable option. In this grim calculus, Monica's murder becomes not just an isolated act of violence, but a calculated move designed to propel Jason back into the criminal fold. Sonny's plan appears to be twofold. On one hand, he hopes to maintain control over the powerful Corinthos organization by placing Jason at its helm. On the other, he aims to bury the dark secret of his potential involvement in Monica's death. By manipulating the unfolding events, Sonny anticipates that Jason's burgeoning thirst for revenge will eventually compel him to abandon his moral reservations and assume leadership of the very empire he once sought to escape. For Jason, this predicament is a cruel twist of fate. Torn between his desire to uphold a righteous existence and the necessity of harnessing the power of the Corinthos organization to unmask the true killer, he is forced to confront a reality where the lines between justice and vengeance blur. The revelation that Monica's demise was not an act of natural decay, but rather a premeditated assassination, shatters any illusion of safety he might have clung to. His once clear path to redemption now diverges into two perilous trajectories, one leading toward a relentless pursuit of truth, and the other toward the murky depths of organized crime. Jason's internal conflict intensifies as he grapples with the possibility that the man he has long admired and respected, Sonny, may have orchestrated the death of the one person he cherished above all. In his quest for answers, Jason understands that rejoining the Corinthos organization is not merely a strategic necessity, it is an emotional imperative. The deep connections within the organization, the network of informants, and the intricate web of loyalties can provide him with the means to conduct a swift and thorough investigation. Every lead, every whispered rumor in the darkened corridors of Port Charles could be the thread that unravels the mystery behind Monica's murder. Yet, with this renewed involvement comes a grave price. Accepting Sonny's offer to take over the organization means re-entering a world that is fraught with treachery and moral decay. It is a world where alliances are fragile and betrayal lurks around every corner, a world in which Jason is all too familiar with the cost of truth. Sonny, aware of the ticking clock imposed by his failing heart, seems to have orchestrated these events with a mixture of desperation and cunning. His health, compromised by years of hard living and the relentless pressures of his criminal empire, places him in a position where every decision carries the weight of finality. By orchestrating Monica's murder and setting the stage for Jason's inevitable return, Sonny appears to be making a calculated gamble. He knows that, sooner or later, the truth will emerge and that Jason's righteous fury will ultimately lead him to confront the man who engineered it all. Until that fateful moment arrives, Sonny is determined to conceal his complicity, employing every resource at his disposal to keep the scandal hidden beneath layers of deceit and obfuscation. The interplay of power, betrayal, and familial duty that now defines Jason's existence is a testament to the intricate storytelling that General Hospital has long been celebrated for. In this new chapter, Jason is not simply a grieving son or a doting father. He is a man driven to the brink by a series of insurmountable losses, each one a reminder of the fragility of life in Port Charles. The murder of Monica, carried out with ruthless precision, has ignited a spark of vengeance that threatens to consume him. His internal struggle is palpable as he weighs the cost of pursuing the truth against the moral toll of re-entering a world he had once left behind. His decision to reluctantly accept Sonny's offer, spurred by the dual forces of duty and revenge, marks a turning point in his character, a moment where the scales tip irrevocably in favor of a darker, more conflicted destiny. As Jason embarks on this perilous journey, the stakes could not be higher. Every step he takes is laden with the risk of further loss, every decision a potential catalyst for more bloodshed. The reactivation of the Corinthos organization, once a symbol of unchecked power and ruthless ambition, now becomes a double-edged sword, a tool for unveiling the truth, yet also a trap that could ensnare him in a web of corruption and retribution. For Jason, the path ahead is one where the pursuit of justice is inextricably intertwined with the lure of vengeance. He is prepared to confront the monsters of his past, even if it means challenging the very man who helped shape that dark legacy. In the midst of this unfolding drama, the fanbase of General Hospital watches with bated breath, their emotions running as high as the stakes of the narrative itself. The impending death of Monica, the possibility that her murder may be linked to Sonny, and the inevitable clash between fatherly duty and the call for retribution have set the stage for one of the most compelling storylines in recent memory. Every detail, every whispered rumor, adds to the tension that permeates the air. Fans are torn between their loyalty to the characters they have come to know and love and the shocking twists that challenge the very essence of the show's moral compass. The impending confrontation between Jason and Sonny is anticipated not only as a personal vendetta, but also as a symbol of the enduring battle between old-world honor and the ruthless pragmatism of organized crime. As the narrative hurtles toward its inevitable climax, the intricate web of deceit begins to unravel. Jason's pursuit of the truth about Monica's murder becomes a microcosm of the larger struggles that define life in Port Charles, a constant battle between the desire for justice and the lure of power. The revelations that lie ahead promise to expose hidden alliances, betrayals, and the true cost of vengeance. In this volatile mix, the characters are forced to confront not only the external demons that haunt them, but also the internal conflicts that have long festered beneath the surface. The transformation of Jason, from a man seeking a peaceful existence to one consumed by the need for retribution, is a powerful reminder that in the world of General Hospital, redemption often comes at a steep price. Ultimately, the story of Monica's untimely death, the murky origins of the assassination, and the forced return of Jason to the Corinthos organization are all part of a grand tapestry of ambition, betrayal, and the relentless quest for justice. As the pieces of this complex puzzle fall into place, the lines between right and wrong blur, leaving Jason to navigate a treacherous landscape where every ally may harbor hidden motives and every revelation carries the potential to upend the established order. With the promise of a climactic showdown looming on the horizon, the future of Port Charles and the fate of its most beloved characters hangs in the balance, poised to be reshaped by the inexorable forces of destiny and revenge. In the end, what unfolds is not merely a tale of murder and retribution, but a profound exploration of the human condition, a journey that forces characters to confront their own demons and re-examine the true meaning of justice. Jason's transformation, catalyzed by the loss of Monica and the betrayals that surround him, sets the stage for a narrative that is as emotionally charged as it is unpredictable. His path is fraught with danger, his decisions shadowed by the specter of past tragedies, and his quest for truth and vengeance a battle that will test the very limits of his soul. As General Hospital marches toward this tumultuous future, one thing remains clear: the price of power is steep, and in the relentless pursuit of retribution, even the most virtuous of hearts can be forever changed.